everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of United Talks podcast. And today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into Rúben Amorim's style of play. Please do not hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm and all of that. But we're going to focus on his style of play today, and basically, we're going to try to flash back to when he was the manager of Sporting Lisbon, as the case may be. Rúben Amorim, at the time, the manager of Sporting Lisbon, is known for his dynamic, flexible, and modern approach to football. Um, his tactical style is heavily influenced by positional play and a focus on controlling both the ball and the spaces on the field. Um, so here are some of the key elements of his style of play. Key elements. First is the 3-4-3 formation that everybody's talking about. It's either it is 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1 or 3-5-2, as the case may be, but everybody's talking about it. So he often uses 3-4-3 formation, which he adapts to a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-5-2. And at some point, he said in one of his press conferences that he had, reverted to the traditional 4-2-3-1, where um, he had two holding midfielders, and that was because of his injury depleted squad at some point. Um, the fact that his squad was depleted with injuries, um, depleted due to injuries. So basically, it depends on the opponent for him. It's either a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-5-2. And the style prioritizes width, which is using the fullbacks or the wing backs, as the case may be. Um, it prioritizes width within the fullbacks or wing backs, and as you can see, um, it also gives his team the options on the flanks and allowing fluid transitions between attack and defense. As you can see, the wing backs are key and they cover that space, the channels on the outside. And then they make individual 6 yard passes to the middle and also make overlapping and underlapping runs and all of that. So, yeah. Now, the three defenders are usually center backs who have the freedom to push up the field and carry the ball, so ball carriers. And the midfielders form like a square in the middle. This helps Sporting Lisbon build from the back, keeping the ball and moving it forward in a controlled manner. So moving and compressing the field together, like as you can see here, they're compressed together, like moving together and compressing the middle of the field. So positional play is very key for them. And you can see the touch maps of all the players in the defensive territory. See that the defensive territory is that square in the middle. Number two, positional play and high press. Amorim is a proponent of positional play, ensuring players occupy specific zones to create passing lanes and control spaces. This disciplined positioning helps Sporting dominate possession and makes it hard for opponents to press effectively. So off the ball, Amorim's teams are aggressive in their pressing, aiming to win the ball high up the pitch, and his players are trained to close down spaces quickly and to disrupt the opponent's build-up and can lead to dangerous counter-attacks, as the case may be. Um, yeah, and number three is quick transition play. You see in one of the images here where they're transitioning from defense to attack through the midfield. He values possession, but he also emphasizes on quick vertical play when opportunities arise. And his team is trained and drilled to transition rapidly from defense to attack with the focus on direct passes and fast runs by the forwards. Um, it was in the news 2 days ago that Amorim intends, it's a rumor, but it was in the news that Amorim intends to use Rashford as one of the center forward, or he's one of his main center forwards at least this season. We'll see how that goes. Let's just be patient. But number three was quick transition and vertical verticality, so which is more like vertical play. Number four is attacking wingbacks. As I said earlier, he focuses more on attacking wingbacks, doing the job and creating the width in the field. Um, in Amorim's system, the wingbacks are vital in providing width, supporting both the defense and the attack. Um, they often overlap, creating overloads on the flanks and delivering crosses um, or cutbacks to the forwards. The wing backs positioning and high work rate allows the wide attackers to tuck in side and also to effectively create a numerical advantage um, in the central areas. So it's very apparent. You can see the left wing back and the left mid and right mid, which probably is the left wing back and the right wing back. They're more like striker. They're more like wingers and wing backs. Like so, but they bomb down the wings. So basically, he's more focused on the wing back to overlap and create overloads on the flanks and deliver crosses or cutbacks to the forwards, which is very key for his style of play. Um, yeah, the wing backs positioning and high work rate allows the wide attackers to tuck inside, as I said, effectively creating a numerical advantage um, in the central areas. So he's known for his fluidity in playing, and that leads us to number five: fluidity and freedom of attackers. Amorim allows his forwards to allows his forwards and attacking midfielders to roam and interchange positions, which can confuse opponents and defenders and create space. This flexibility lets attackers exploit gaps in the opponent's defense. Um, Players like Pedro Gonçalves, who is a player for Sporting Lisbon. I watched one of the games against Arsenal. He was very key to the victory that Sporting had against Arsenal last season in one of the knockout stages. Players like Pedro Gonçalves, who can play multiple attacking roles, thrives under Amorim's style on system due to the freedom to operate in both wide and central areas. Um, Also, one of the things that is with regards or relation to the culture of Manchester United as a whole is youth development and tactical discipline. Amorim is known for giving opportunity to young players and has integrated several sporting academy talents into the first team. His emphasis on tactical discipline and his demand on high level football intelligence is very particular for him, especially with young players. So, um, in the past, it was also said that when Sporting had some challenges within the club, some issues in the club, he was appointed, and in just around the pandemic in 2020, he looked into the academy to bring in new players. So, yeah. And as I said earlier, and as you can see in the image, um, one of the things that Amorim is known for is his compact defense and his midfield structure. So defensively, Amorim's teams stay compact with the midfielders dropping back to support the back line. Um, this approach makes it difficult for opponents to break through, forcing them to play wide or to resort to long balls. Um, but by maintaining this compact structure, his team can also launch counterattacks more effectively once they win back possession. So it's quick transition play, compact defense, and midfield structure. So basically, as we've heard from his interview in the last video on all of that, Amorim's style of play combines positional control, high intensity pressing, and quick vertical play, creating a balanced approach that can adapt to various in game situations. So he's very, um, very fluid and very adaptive to in game situations. And his tactical flexibility combined with strong emphasis on youth development has made him one of the most promising managers in Europe. And his first few days joining the club, Manchester United, as head coach, he has gone on tours looking at the trophies and immersing himself in the history and also meeting the players. He met Kobe Menu, Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, and Lenny Yoro. So he's met a couple of players, and obviously the others have gone on international break. And I'm guessing when they're back, they will all spend time together, training and practicing for the next game against Ipswich Town, a very technical team, right? So it's very important that we as fans work uh, work hard to ensure that we are patient and we're backing the manager to the end, right? And this is what I want to encourage all Manchester United fans to ensure that we back this manager to the end and be patient with him to build his squad in his own image. It, it's going to take a couple of transfer windows, but for me, I don't see it as, oh, he needs to buy his players to be able to succeed. If he can work with the players that we have and then build on something strong from there on, and then we can take it from there. Apart from that, so far, Amorim has said the right things, done the right things, and he's proving to be the best um out there, youngest, best young manager out there, and it seems like he plans to also work with young players. We also have some young players in the squad. Lenioro, 18 years old. Alejandro Ganacho, 20 years old. Kobe Menu, 19. Young players, 19 or 18, as the case may be. Young players that we can work with. It's a mix of young and experienced. Casemiro and Ericsson being the oldest, with Tom Heaton being amongst the oldest as well, senior players in the squad, and then we have players in the mid to late 20s. So we have a good squad that can work under his plan and process. But it's very key for everybody to work with him and be patient. We're going to have the first part of manager bounce when it all starts out, but it is very key that we trust the process. Let's not start to rebuild again and start to follow the media to bamboozle this manager, or destroy even our own manager. It is very important that we ensure that we back this manager. I keep saying it, back this manager. Because the time will come when the media will get on his back and they're gonna try to destroy, what we are building here. They know that Manchester United is a strong club. Manchester United is one of the most popular clubs in the world. It's just, and also the greatest club in England. So it's very important that we as fans back our club and back our manager and back our owners and believe that our owners have done the right thing in bringing a young manager and some young players and also bolstering the squad in our image. So that's what I would say to all Manchester United fans, both online and the match going fans. Thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts and your feelings about his style of play. And one question I want to ask is, do you think and believe that he is going to implement that style of play in the first few games? And if you believe so, who are the players that are going to fulfill this new dimension to playing? Leave your thoughts and feelings, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when we release more interesting and thought-provoking videos and clips about Manchester United. So thank you for watching United Talks podcast, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless. DJ El Pablo signing out.